When Stephen A. Smith went on Paul George's podcast, he made some comments about Rich Paul.
You got Lebron. He used to drive me crazy with this. I got him as the second best player in the history of basketball. I said to Mr. Chirper himself, Rich Paul, my boy, and I said, you act like that's an insult. This dude, it is an insult. I said, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. This is exactly what I said to him.
After Stephen A. was called out for lying, Rich Paul was asked about these comments on Gil's Arena, and here's what he had to say.
Stephen A. Smith went on the Podcast P show recently.
Cap.
We're going to get there.
Immediately. Immediately.
We got you here, so I need to know on the record, did Stephen A. really tell you get the fuck out of my face? So from that,
let me answer that question.
I just need to hear Cap one more time.
Come on, man. Anybody in the world know me, he's not going to say that to me, first of all.
That doesn't matter the response.
Now, if you want to add context to it, because, you know, Stephen A., that's my guy. We have cordial conversation. But I'm not, you know, I can debate all day long. So when you talk about there's no such thing as get the fuck out of my face, no. Now you can say, oh man, get out of here. Let's just add context for the viewers.
After being confronted multiple times about the validity of these comments made about Rich Paul, Stephen A. Smith decided that he would respond on First Take. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
I'm annoyed at Gilbert Arenas' podcast, all the folks that were there. I mean, Gilbert's my man. I got love for Gilbert. I've been on his podcast. He's going to come on First Take, too, this year. I got a lot of love and respect for him. But Rich Paul goes on there, and Rich Paul goes like this. Somebody said, did Stephen A. say to you, shut the F up or whatever the case may be, which, damn it, I did. And he denied it. But what I'm saying is, it's not a big deal. We were talking in jest amongst brothers. Oh, man, get that out of my face.
Right.
It was a comment in jest as we're joking around, talking to each other.
That's the way we talk to one another.
Y'all gonna sit up there and go on a podcast, did Stephen A. really say that? I mean, are you white? Brothers talk like that to one another.
Absolutely.
All right, all of a sudden y'all don't know that? Stop, okay? So I just want to say that, okay? It wasn't, Rich Paul and I are tight, we cool. I love Rich Paul. I see him, we give each other a hug, we talk all the time, man. It wasn't nothing like that, so let's get that out of the way. Then stop the lies. If I have a problem, I'm not hard to find, Shannon.
Right. On this topic, no one cares about race. No one cares if you're black or white. Rich Paul was asked a simple question. Did Stephen A. tell you to get the fuck out of his face? And he said no. So is Stephen A. really annoyed that they asked the question because of their skin color? Or is he annoyed that they called him out for lying? He did the same thing to Lonzo Ball when he said that Lonzo couldn't get out of a chair. When Lonzo proved him wrong, he changed the subject to Lonzo's health. And Stephen A. is changing the subject again. The only thing Rich Paul is arguing is that Stephen A. told him to get the fuck out of his face, because even if they know each other, that kind of language and disrespect still might not be tolerated. And judging by Rich Paul's comments, that seems to be the case. He wouldn't have tolerated that kind of disrespect from Stephen A. So Stephen A. exaggerated what he said, and instead of taking accountability, he's changing the subject and blaming Gilbert Arenas for asking the question. Again, just admit it. You didn't tell him to get the fuck out of your face. You might have said, get out of here, or I disagree, but you didn't use that kind of language to Rich Paul, because he wouldn't have tolerated that, and it has nothing to do with his skin color. It's simple manners and respect. If he's going to criticize athletes, then he needs to be willing to take accountability when he's wrong, because no one likes being misquoted and lied to. But that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Rich Paul saying that Stephen A. was lying about their private conversation. And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more NBA content just like this, and I will see you in the next upload.